everyone. Welcome, welcome. I have a few housekeeping items before we get things started tonight. You will be able to use the Q&A button on the bottom of your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Just a reminder, your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you tonight. This is just one of the sessions being recorded, or just one of the sessions happening tonight. So please be sure to sign up for additional sessions the rest of this week. The session is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website that you registered. Again, if you have any questions, you're welcome to put those in the Q&A button at the bottom. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters. And our first presenter is Arizona State University.
All right, can everyone see my screen okay, I hope? Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Kristen Burrell, and I'm the Colorado Regional Admission Counselor at ASU. Arizona State, we are located in Phoenix and the metropolitan area surrounding Phoenix. So this is a representation of the top 10 states of where we typically gather our first year students from. So you can see there's about 200 students or so from Colorado every year that come to ASU. We do have students from all 50 states, over 136 countries, so it is a very diverse college environment, and lots of alumni associations all over the US and internationally as well. So you'll meet a lot of people from Colorado, and you'll meet a lot of people from around the globe if you decide to become a Sun Devil. If you're not super familiar with ASU, we are truly one university in many places. So we do have multiple campuses. On this slide, you can see the student to faculty ratio, average class size, and the total number of students at each campus location. So you can tell there's maybe some larger campuses and some smaller campuses. Typically though, when students think of ASU right off the bat, they're thinking of that Tempe campus. So that's kind of the traditional ASU campus with our athletics and performing arts, Greek life, things like that. That's really the quintessential college town feel. Downtown Phoenix campus is right in the heart of downtown Phoenix, of course, very clever name, and that has just under 12,000 total students. That's what I kind of refer to as our pre-professional campus. So you'll find programs like nursing, a lot of our pre-law, public service, public policy, our Walter Cronkite School of Journalism is at downtown, things like that. And then Polytechnic and West Campus, they are one in the East Valley, one in the West Valley, surrounding Phoenix, and they are the two smaller campus locations. So both under 6,000 total students, and again, kind of select majors offered at each campus. You are a Sun Devil no matter what campus you are on, and it's one application for all of our campuses, but it truly is just divided by your major. So here you can see, not a full list, but a pretty long list of the majors that we offer. We have over 350 majors to choose from. If you take away one thing from the 6 minutes or so that I have with you tonight, I hope it is this link at the top, asu.edu/degrees. That allows students to enter in keywords or a specific major if you know what you want to study. If you don't know what you want to study, you are in the strong majority there, so no worries, but we do have a lot of exploratory or I don't know majors at ASU, so you might want to look into those as well. If you go to this link and again search for your major or a career field or keyword, it will pull up all of the in-depth information, all of the admission requirements for your major, and it'll also allow you to see what we call a major map. So this major map example here is for a sustainability degree. If you're wondering what types of classes you might need to take for your major, or maybe that will help you decide what you want to major in, or maybe don't want to major in, go and look at the major map for your particular program. It'll list on that website all 8 terms or all 8 semesters of the classes that you have to take at ASU in order to earn that degree. So again, hopefully this is a helpful tool for you to decide and confirm whether or not that major is going to be a good fit for you. I think we will all say throughout the next 40 minutes or so how important it is to get involved outside of the classroom throughout your college experience. At ASU, there's a lot of ways to do that. We have over 1,000 different clubs and student organizations, over 65 religious organizations and houses of worship. And we also have residence halls that are specific to your major. So we call them residential colleges. Essentially, this means that if you are a business student, you're going to live in the business residential college. If you are an engineering student, you live in the engineering hall. So we know that that kind of helps students build community right off the bat. Lots of tutoring resources, academic resources for you available in the residence halls and out of the residence halls too. One common way that students really enhance their experience at ASU is through our honors program. It's called Barrett, the Honors College. They do offer sessions pretty much every single day. So if you're interested, you can meet with them directly to learn more about the honors program specifically. But it is always ranked within the top honors programs in the country. It is a nationally renowned honors college. So if you have questions, I'm happy to answer those for you specific to Barrett. But it is an umbrella college, so it is offered at all 4 campuses, and any major can apply into the honors program at ASU. Really quickly, these are our admission requirements. So we look for students to take these 16 core competency classes in high school, and then just meet one of the following gold criteria that you see on the right-hand side. So if you have a 3.0 core unweighted GPA and you've taken those 16 classes in high school, then congratulations, we want you to be a Sun Devil. We are test optional for admission and for scholarship, so don't let that scare you if you haven't had the opportunity to take the ACT or SAT. We do have lots of merit scholarships. Those are automatic upon admission to ASU, and we have a lot of departmental and external scholarship opportunities as well. So don't rule out-of-state universities out of the picture or out of the equation for you. Really do your research and see what types of scholarships you might be able to receive with your out-of-state schools that you might be considering. Again, I am the specific admission counselor for the whole state of Colorado, so feel free to take down my email. You can follow that Calendly link to schedule a one-on-one Zoom meeting or phone call with me. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you are interested in learning more about becoming a Sun Devil. Thank you, and I will pass it off to Embry-Riddle.
Hi everyone, my name is Tina Barr. I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I do work primarily on the Prescott campus. My counterpart is also here today for Daytona. So we do have a campus both in the northern Arizona, Prescott. That's the campus behind me. And then we also have a representative today for the Daytona, Florida campus. So you guys are welcome to ask any questions that you have about either campus below in the chat. So I'm going to share a quick video with you guys and then just a couple of key facts about our university.
Yes, data. High fluid thermal conditioning not required, Max. That's correct, flight. GC, go. Guidance, go. FIDO, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. ECOM, go. FAO, go. ACO, go.
So I like being able to share that video. There are 2 important things I'd like you guys to take away from that video as well. But one important detail is that every student in that video is actually an undergraduate student. So over 90% of our population are undergraduate students. And what that means for you is that our laboratories that are on campus, our professors are primarily here for our undergraduate students. That's really where our focus is. So within any of our degree programs, you are in the laboratories from the first week of your freshman year. That being said, we do have a couple of unique programs on our campus that I'll mention quickly. And please reach out if you guys have any additional questions for either myself or George. That being said, we do have the first and only College of Security and Intelligence on the Prescott campus. So if you are interested in, especially cybersecurity is a huge up and coming field, we do have a couple of different degrees centered around this. That being said, we were just recognized with an AVET accreditation for cybersecurity, which hopefully sounds fairly impressive, but just to really emphasize that, we are now one of only 8 universities that has that accreditation in the world. So we're very proud of that. That was formally announced last week. That being said, we do have an amazing pre-med program called Aerospace Physiology on our Daytona campus. A very unique program there where there's a lot of studying on individuals. So the Kelly twins were, one was up in space and the other was down on Earth. And they studied the differences between the two twins. And so essentially they're studying the effects of long-term radiation, isolation, those types of things. So it's a phenomenal pre-med program that they have on that campus as well. We are, of course, well known for our flight program. So you're definitely welcome to reach out if you have any questions about that. And I'll talk quickly about the admissions process, and then I want to allow George a moment or two if he has anything that he'd like to add as well. But we are enrolling admissions, meaning that we have already started the application process. We opened up our applications about mid-July. That being said, we have started reviewing those. I would like to offer you guys a waiver code for the application as well, just for joining us this evening. So if you'd like to do that, you can use the code PCMS. Again, that's PCMS as a waiver code, just as a thank you for joining us this evening. With the application process, because it is a common question that we are getting, is whether or not we are requiring test scores. We have not required test scores for a couple of years. That is something that is optional. So do not feel like you need the test scores in order to apply for our campus. That being said, if you guys have any questions, you guys are welcome to email me. And George, is there anything else you'd like to add about the Daytona campus?
Good evening, everybody. No, thank you, Tina. That was great. You know, oftentimes we get asked which is the better campus, and it really just comes down to what's the better fit for the student. The biggest difference is really just the location. Both campuses have small classes, project-based curriculum. Our class is only taught by professors, so that's going to be consistent at both campuses. It really just depends on which part of the country you want to live in. So we'd love to have you come and talk to us tonight. Thank you, Tina.
Hi guys, my name is Lee Baxworthy, one of the local missions counselors here in the Denver, Colorado area. Just give me a second here to pull my screen. All right, so I'll try to keep this quick. So we are a private Christian university located in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona. A common question we always get is, are we located near the Grand Canyon? And the answer to that is no. We're about 2.5, 3 hours away from the Grand Canyon. We sit about 5-10 minutes north of downtown Phoenix. We have 23,000 students on campus. We're probably the fastest growing on-ground university in the United States. I'd say about 55% of our student body is from out of state, and then 45% is from Arizona. We rank the 7th best college campus by niche. 75% of our graduates complete their program within 3.5 years. So most of our students graduate early, which is really nice. And I'll go over a little bit of the application at the end, but we have a free application. We're not part of the Common App or anything like that. As far as dorm life is concerned, we have 24 on-campus student housing options for all grade levels. We got single, double, and triple rooms. Obviously, single occupancy rooms are going to be any of the apartment complexes that we have on campus. Double and triple are going to be any of our regular residence halls. All the rooms, or regular dorm rooms in apartment complexes, have walk-in closets. We got in-room bathrooms, so no community bathrooms or anything like that. We have shared living room spaces in each of our floor plans. Then we have about 5 outdoor pools. I think they're building their 6th one. So quite a few places where you can cool off in the sun. We got laundry facilities on every floor, and then there's like breakout rooms on every floor for studying and things like that. As far as dining goes on campus, we have over 20 different dining locations available. So just for example, we have 2 Chick-fil-A's on campus, Panda Express, Jamba Juice, Pita Jungle, Subway, pretty much anything that you can think of. One of the cool things about GCU is a couple students started their own coffee company called GCBC. There's about 5 of those on campus. There's a couple students that started their own company, their pizza company. It's called Canyon Pizza Company. They literally deliver pizza to your dorm room, which is awesome. So we have plenty of dining options on campus. Then it's just a regular cafeteria option, buffet style, all you can eat as well. As far as academics are concerned, we have over 200 degree programs at GCU, over 100 undergraduate programs via 9 distinct colleges. So you got the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology, you got Humanities and Social Sciences, Education, got Fine Arts and Production, we got the Colangelo College of Business. We are a Christian school, so we have the College of Theology as well, and then College of Nursing and Healthcare Professions. About 60% of our student body is made up of the College of Business and College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Those are 2 big programs that we offer at Grand Canyon University. This scholarship chart, don't want to be so much focused on the amounts because these might change from year to year, but just to kind of explain how you're eligible or how you become scholarship eligible at GCU. So a couple of things that we look at. First off, we're going to look at GPA. So one of the cool things about GCU is that we don't look at unweighted GPA. We're going to look at weighted GPA for scholarship information. The only time we ever consider someone's unweighted GPA is if they have a perfect 4.0 all the way through high school. We also look at ACT or SAT scores. The good news for all of you out there is we don't look at a combination of any of these 3 scores. So whichever one of those 3 is the highest on this chart, that's what scholarship you get. So for example, we're not going to punish a student who has like a weighted 4.2 for not being a good test taker. We also reward the opposite way. The student comes in with a 3.1, but they're incredibly good test taker, and they score a 31 on the ACT. Well, guess what? You bump up, 4 or 5 scholarship, on the chart here, which is really nice. Admissibility requirements, I'll go over at the end. One of the other things I want to mention about these scholarships is you get to keep these scholarships for all 4 years. They're renewable for all 4 years. There's no movement up and down once you get into college. The only thing that we ask is that you pretty much just show up to class, get a 2.5 GPA or higher, and you get to keep that scholarship for all 4 years. So pretty simple. So regards to the next steps, and these are some of the, so first of all, about our application. Our application is completely free at GCU. It only takes about 10 minutes to fill out. You can do that at apply.gcu.edu. It takes about 10 minutes. There's no essay requirement or anything like that. We're not part of the Common App. These right here list admissibility requirements. So the first admissibility requirement is if you have an unweighted GPA of a 3.0 or above, you are automatically admissible to GCU. If you have a 19 or above on the ACT with an unweighted of a 2.5 or higher, you're automatically accepted into GCU. If you have 1,000 on the SAT or higher, and you have an unweighted of a 2.5 or higher, you're automatically accepted into GCU. So this is my contact information. Like I said, I'm one of the local admissions counselors here in Denver, Colorado. Feel free to shoot me a text or give me a call at that number, and I'll pass it off to Northern Arizona.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tyler Siegler. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Northern Arizona University and am the assigned admissions counselor for all students from Colorado. So I am your best and first point of contact. Information on the screen there, though if you miss it, happy to type it in the chat later. First of all, I always like to break some of the stereotypes of Arizona. When we think of Arizona, we often think of it being a hot, beautiful desert full of cacti, and that is certainly a good chunk of our state, but it is not the flagstaff part of it. We live at 7,000 feet, at the base of the San Francisco peaks get all 4 seasons, including snow. In fact, on average, about 100 inches every year. One of the things that I love about Flagstaff, though, which is very different from where I grew up in Montana, that if I wanted to escape the heat, I would have had to drive about 1,500 miles south. In Flagstaff, you can wake up, drive to Sedona in just 20 or 25 minutes, hike around in the famous Red Rocks in your shorts and flip-flops, and then come back and build a snowman in the afternoon. So very easy to escape whatever weather we might be having. We are the only city in the state of Arizona to never hit 100 degrees. Most things in Flagstaff aren't even air conditioned because it just never gets that hot. On campus, lots going on, and I wish I had 6 hours rather than 6 minutes to talk about it all, but we do have 9 different academic colleges for you to choose from, nearly 100 different majors. Every single major on campus, with one exception, music education, is designed to be completed in 4 years. Music education is a 4.5-year-long program. About 25% of our students do come in as exploratory, which is undecided, undeclared. With few exceptions, you can be exploratory for up to 2 years and still graduate in 4. All tutoring on campus is free. All professors required to have office hours. We have math help centers, writing help centers, and our career development office, in addition to our social organizations to help make sure that you have a successful experience while you are on campus. While we do not require that students live on campus their freshman year, we strongly recommend it. There are 23 residence halls on campus, 12 of which are for our freshman students. We are a residential college, which means you'll be living with other students who have the same or similar major as you. If you are a freshman living on campus, we do require that you have a meal plan. There are 27 different dining locations on campus, 2 all-you-care-to-eat and 25 retail locations, in addition to our food delivery robots. So they look like giant wall-e robots wandering around campus delivering the food. We are the smallest public university in the state of Arizona, but I are by no means a small university. We have 22,000 students, 40% of which come from outside the state of Arizona, Colorado now being our number 3 state where our students are from. Our admissions process is very simple and very straightforward. We are a rolling admissions university, so we don't really have a deadline other than May 1st of your senior year. Please do not wait until May 1st of your senior year to apply, though some students do every year. Rather, we recommend you apply sometime in the fall semester to make sure that you don't miss any other priority dates or deadlines. Being a rolling admissions university also means that we never compare your application against anybody else's application, but rather compare it against the academic standards that we've set forth. We do not require essays, we do not require letters of recommendation, and we have been test score optional well before COVID. That is true for admissions, scholarships, and even the honors college. Rather, we are looking at how well you did in your core academic classes in high school, and you can see those listed on the screen there. If you have all 16 of those core courses and at least a 3.0 unweighted core GPA, you're automatically admitted to NAU. If you have below a 3.0 but above a 2.5, and or you are missing 1 or 2 of those core courses, you are considered for admission, so you do need to go through a second round of review. Your application to NAU is really a 2-in-1 application, your application for admission and your application for scholarships. If you are admitted to NAU, you will automatically receive the Western Undergraduate Exchange or WUI tuition discount. That takes your tuition from about $26,000 per year down to about $16,000 per year. No additional application, no test score requirement, no GPA minimum, and every major is eligible. You're from Colorado, you're admitted, you receive WUI. There are 2 additional scholarships that you're automatically considered for, the Blue and the Gold Scholarship. To be offered the Blue Scholarship, which is an additional $5,000 per year on top of your WUI tuition discount. You need to have between a 3.0 and a 3.49 unweighted core GPA. That's it. If the WUI Gold Scholarship, an additional $6,000 per year, you need to have between a 3.0 and a 4.0 unweighted core GPA. Your scholarship letter typically arrives about 2 weeks after your admissions letter, though you're always welcome to email or call me directly and we can look that up early. Right now, the university is open. We are having students live in the residence halls. We're about 50% virtual, 50% in person. You are welcome to come visit us. Campus is open and welcoming visitors. You can come to the admissions office, do a socially distanced meeting with one of our admissions counselors, explore flight staff and campus. The only thing we're really not doing at this point is guided tours. We hope to in the near future, but for now we do have a self-guided tour option for you. Of course, you're also welcome to check us out online. We have 2 virtual tours, one of campus and one of the greater community. They are not 45-minute YouTube videos. I promise you they are interactive. So with that, I am going to pass it off to Prescott College. Thank you all so much for attending. I hope to hear from you soon.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. While my screen pops up here, my name is Annie McGarry. I am an assistant director from Prescott College Admissions, and I am located here locally in Colorado. So I am your regional recruiter here, admissions counselor here. And then I work with you through the entire admissions process. I am going to apologize like right off the bat. I have a babbling toddler, so I apologize if she starts talking over me. So Prescott College is a small liberal arts college. We are located in kind of the central highlands of Arizona, so smack dab between Phoenix and Flagstaff, 2 areas that we've already learned about this evening. We are an experiential school, meaning that students, we're really student-centered, and with about 350 students on campus, we really focus our learning like around what our students are interested in. Students can expect to spend about 70% of their time actually outside of the classroom, applicably applying what they're learning in the classroom to their career field. Prescott, Arizona is a little bit of both. So we've got 4 seasons. Our temperatures range between 30 and 90, 5,000 elevation. So pretty similar here in Denver. We're in the high desert of northern Arizona, and we get about 277 days of sunshine per year. So one of a little bit of what kind of I already touched on a tad bit, but we do a 4x4 block schedule as a part of our experiential education. And what that means is that as a student, you're going to take 4 classes with us every term. That class is worth 4 credits, but you're only taking 1 class at a time. So each class is only 4 weeks long. It ends and then you begin another. Students still get a fall break and a Thanksgiving break. And this is allowing us to actually be COVID-free completely this fall, which we're really excited about. We do have all of our students on campus. And they are doing a little bit of a hybrid model between learning online and learning in person for those who want to. But the students who are really wanting to have that in-person experiential education this fall, we are allowing them to do that and live on campus if they choose to do that as well. So our areas of study, we're a small school. Like I said, we only have 350 students on campus, which means an 11-to-1 student faculty ratio. But at Prescott College, your education is very personal. And we want you to forget that like standard one-size-fits-all degree. At Prescott College, you have the opportunity to really craft exactly what that degree is going to look like, including the classes that you take to fulfill that 120 credits. So rather than us handing you a sheet of classes that say, here, you want a degree in environmental studies, take these 15 classes. Rather than doing that, you actually get to choose what classes you want to fulfill that degree. You do that alongside your faculty advisor as well as an academic advisor to make sure that you stay within the Higher Learning Commission's rules. But we do want to make sure that you're getting that personalized education. We do offer our degrees as a Bachelor's of Arts, a Bachelor's of Science, and a Bachelor of Fine Arts on our on-campus undergraduate program. And we also offer an accelerated master's, meaning that you could potentially graduate with a master's and a bachelor's degree in 5 years. If you start with us as a first-time freshman, that 5th year is paid for completely. So you end up only ever paying your undergraduate cost and still getting that master's degree, which is a huge cost savings. In terms of the degrees that we offer, all 10 of them are listed right here. These are really like areas of study more broadly, in that if you go into adventure education and your focus is wilderness leadership or wilderness therapy, that might be very different than the student sitting next to you who might be doing a double major in adventure education and environmental studies. So we have a lot of different travel opportunities with Prescott College. One of the beautiful things about being such a small university is that we've been able to really extend outside of Prescott. And we have research centers in Moss Island, Kenya, where we work closely with the Maasai people, as well as in Kino Bay, Mexico. We also have a sister school in Telemark, Norway, and have research opportunities in Costa Rica as well. We are a part of SEAL and Eco League domestically and do a Grand Canyon semester. So we do have, oops, sorry, that went too fast there. So we do have housing and student life, of course, on campus. We do ask that all first-time college students, or Prescott College students, I should say, live on campus. Our on-campus housing is LEED Platinum certified, so we're really proud of that. We do allow all new college students as well as transfer students to live on campus. We allow for service animals, and our parking is free. We have 15 different available organizations to students, including clubs, but of course, depending on if you want to start your own, you can. And then we do have a cafe on campus as well, so we do have a meal plan that's available. I'm going to kind of breeze through that part and get to the admissions and scholarships part. So we are on the Common app. We also have our own application. Both are free. We only, sorry guys, we are asking for your transcripts, a letter or a reference, and then an essay. We have a 2.0 GPA minimum. You can do a self-reported GPA, which is fine. We have no application deadlines, no scholarship deadlines. We've been test optional for years, and we do a holistic application review, meaning that the entire application is considered when we're looking at our students. Our application is also based on your initial application to the college. So all of your scholarships are just based off of that initial application. And then we also will stack any need-based aid that you get through the FAFSA onto that scholarship. The scholarships do follow you all 4 years that you're a student with us. So as long as you stay in good academic standing, which is a 2.5 or better, then you'll keep that scholarship. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. My information is right here. And I, like I said, am your admissions counselor. So here to answer any questions that you might have about Prescott College. Thanks so much. Have a great night.
Now I'd like to ask the panelists if there's any general college questions that came through the chat that they feel would be helpful to the audience to answer verbally.
There is a question about just what is college life like, and we don't have time to answer that for our individual schools, but it's really important that you find fit. And normally we'd say come visit campus, and that's a partial option for us. You want to make sure that the university is a good academic fit, social fit, and financial fit, and that's going to take some research on your part. What makes a good college town for me is not necessarily the thing that's going to make a good college town for Kristen. You need to find the best fit for you.
Yeah, I would like to add to that too. The whole point of these types of events, where normally you get to do this in-person college fair, but it's because there are so many different types of colleges out there. It's not like a high school, you've got a public high school environment where it's one size fits all learning. You really get to experience the different colleges that are out there and get to know their learning styles, so you can find the best fit for what's going to bring out the best version of you.
And I'll just throw something in there really quickly. I think the best way to figure out what college is going to fit you is going to be, one, talk to your admissions counselor, see if there are current students that you can talk to, maybe also talk to faculty. And then lastly, visit campus. Prescott College is open for visits. We are allowing students to come to campus. We also are doing virtual events as well. I'm sure that all of these other colleges are doing virtual events if they're not having them on campus by now. So just making sure that you're participating in those, and then that way you can really kind of see what does the right fit mean for me? Does going to a school with 22,000 students make sense, or do I want that smaller in-person, not that these other ones aren't in person, but more intimate college experience? So that's, I think, the best way to kind of figure out what is the community going to be like for you.
Were there any other questions or topics that came about as you looked through the chat? Well, seeing none, I would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. When you close this window, you're going to see a short, brief 4-question survey, and we'd love to hear your feedback. Also, this was just one of the many sessions that's being hosted, so make sure you sign up for additional sessions. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as any other session recordings on the website where you signed up. Thank you so much.